Hello everybody, myself Jyoti and today's lecture is on gamma decay, specifically on nuclear isomerism of bromine, and this is very important topic from nuclear physics. So first of all we will talk about metastable states. The theoretical values of the lifetimes for gamma decay indicate that some mean lives for gamma decay may be long enough to be measurable from second to many years. So we have intermediate excited states, and the intermediate excited states are called as metastable states. So the metastable state and the ground state together are called as isomeric states of the nucleus, and corresponding transitions, the transition which takes place between metastable state and ground state, those transitions are called as isomeric transitions. Now, because of this delayed transitions, pair of nuclear species exist which have the same atomic and mass numbers. Now, when we talk about isotopes are the nuclei with same atomic number but different atomic mass number. When we talk about isobars have same mass number but different atomic number. So when we talk about isomers have same atomic number, same atomic mass number. So they are isotopic in nature, they are isobaric in nature, but they differ in terms of radioactive properties. That is, they have a different half-life period. That means different disintegration rate. So these nuclides are called as nuclear isomers. So what are nuclear isomers? Nuclear isomers, they are isotopic, they are isobaric, but they differ in terms of radioactive properties, and their existence is referred to as nuclear isomerism. An isomeric state is usually denoted by a small letter small m. Suppose we have indium 113 m. If I am writing m there, that means it is isomeric level of IN 113. Now, the first case of nuclear isomerism to be discovered was that of UX and UZ, which have the same atomic number 91 and same mass number 234, but they have different half-lives. And as they have different half-lives, their nuclear properties are different, and so they emit different radiations also. So both UX and UZ grow out of UX by beta decay, which gave them same mass number 234. Both have same atomic number 91. UX has a half-life of 1.18 minutes. It emits 3 groups of electrons with 3 different endpoint energies, while UZ emits 4 groups of electrons with 4 different endpoint energies and has a half-life of 6.7 hours. So here both of them are having same atomic number, same atomic mass number, but they have different half-life period, and the radiations emitted by them are also different. So UX is more highly excited than UZ. Now let us talk about nuclear isomerism of bromine. So isomers can also be produced by artificial radioactive methods. The first artificially produced isomers were found in case of bromine. When the target containing bromine was bombarded with slow neutrons, the radioactive product was found to show 3 different half-lives: 18 minutes, 4.9 hours and 34 hours. Chemical tests showed that the radioactive products were isotopes of bromine, but there are only 2 stable isotopes of bromine. What was the result? Bromine was bombarded with slow neutrons. We got 3 half-lives, and chemical results show that the products are isotopes of bromine, but we know that only 2 isotopes of bromine are there. Then how come we are getting 3 half-lives? That means one of these 2 isotopes is isomer of that bromine. So these are the reactions. Bromine 79, it was bombarded with neutron, we get Br80 plus gamma radiation. Then bromine 81 was bombarded with neutron, we get Br82 plus gamma radiation. And one of the new bromine isotopes seemed to have 2 half-lives for beta decay. To identify this isotope was determined by bombarding bromine. So what we did, we bombarded this bromine isotopes with gamma rays like this, and we got Br78 plus neutron and Br80 plus neutron. So in both these reactions we are getting Br80 in both the cases. Now 2 products were obtained again with 3 half-lives: 6.4 minute, 18 minute and 4.4 hour. Since bromine was formed in both the cases, bromine 80 was formed in both the cases, and the 18-minute 4.4-hour half-lives were observed in both the cases. The two half-lives were attributed to two isomeric states of bromine. So there are two isomeric states of bromine 80, Br80, the metastable state, and Br and the ground state. The ground state has half-life of 18 minutes. So transition from the metastable state to the ground state takes place by 2 gamma ray emission with a half-life of 4.4 hours, and the 18 minutes isomer bromine comes to its ground state, decays by beta emission to krypton, which is stable, and by beta emission 3%, electron capture 5% to the ground state of Se. So you can see. So an explanation of isomerism was proposed by von Weizsäcker in 1936. He suggested that an isomer is an atom whose nucleus is in an excited state and has an angular momentum which differs by several units from that of any lower energy level, including the ground state. He showed that gamma ray transitions requiring only 1 or 2 units of spin change could be expected to occur with half-lives of the order of 10 raised to minus 13 second. Those with larger spin change might result in longer and measurable half-lives. Each additional unit of spin change could increase the half-life or transition of a given energy by a factor of the order of 10 raised to just a second, 10 raised to 6. So this is the diagram. So bromine 80, it may undergo, there are two isomers of bromine, one with 4.4 hours and 18 minutes. So it emits gamma rays by, so both of them have different radioactive properties. So one of it undergoes electron capture and beta positive emission. Another one shows beta negative emission. So that way. Thank you. Thank you so much.